it wasn't for the OGs, we wouldn't be here.
Right,
we wouldn't have had a blueprint of what to do, of what to, it all started somewhere, So I think it has to all start with a mutual respect, Older music, whether y'all like it or not, you know what I mean, or them, like people listening or watching, that's the beginning of everything, and you gotta at least respect it.
Welcome to the podcast from Doug Ground Up Productions with hosts Lady Miz and Ray. This is a universal platform, and there is nothing off limits. We talk about it all, and we keep it real. This is a no judgment zone, so come as you are. If you are a professional, entertainer, author, comedian, entrepreneur, or just someone who wants to get something off their chest, well, let your voice be heard here on From the Ground Up Productions. Sponsorship and other opportunities are available from the Ground Up Productions. Turning nothing into something. There's only one way to go from here. And now, here are your hosts, Lady Miz and Ray.
What's good, people? You know what it is. This is Lady Miz from the Ground Up Productions, and there's only one way to go from here. I am excited because I got EK the Prince in the building, baby. Yes, what's good?
Yeah, I'm just chilling, man. I'm happy to be here, man. I appreciate y'all for bringing me out. And
yes.
I'm excited to just get into it, talk about what we got going on in the future. It's real bright. I'm not going to lie. It's going real good.
I love that. And I see that, too. I be scrolling through the gram like, okay, doing the damn thing. Well, I just want to thank you for coming on, first of all, of course, for talking with us. And you've been here before, but we didn't get to interview you at that time. Mm-hmm. But just like big shout out to Iborn who just left, your energy is good. And I don't know if you know that, but because people pick up on that. And I seen that in your smile when you came here. I peeped all of it, and I was like, yes. I was like, we got to get him back in here. And then that really made me open up to really scrolling through, listening to your music, and just combining all of it together. So I'm glad you're here. We're going to chop it up about all of that.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's get it.
I like that.
Right. So, okay. First, before I even get to my questions, tell people a little bit about you. Like who you are, what you stand for.
With me, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you said it all rip. Energy. Okay, I stand for energy, good energy. It's a lot of bad energy we deal with on a regular basis. Between finances, dealing with people, other people, everything going on in the world. So yes. I think EK is a big part of energy, and like you said, that's one thing a lot of people always tell me, that they like my energy. When I walk in a room, when I go to a performance or I go to an event, I want to see everybody smiling, Right. Even like when I perform, that's my biggest thing I tell them. I don't care if I'm performing for 30 minutes or 2 minutes. I'm going to give you all my energy, everything, because I want y'all to have the best time of your life. I want to see everybody else smile and have a good energy. That's what we're here for, Right. As an entertainer, we're supposed to go and entertain and make these people happy, So
yes,
for me, that's what I think I stand for that, man. Just bring good energy to people and, just live every day that, the best you can. Everybody's time is limited, so let's go out there and enjoy it, while we have it here.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I love that. Okay. So, all right, so let's first start with identifying your music and music evolution. Let's start with your latest, and I believe this is your latest project, Rock, Paper, Fire.
Yeah,
okay.
So that is, yeah. So you know what? That's actually a collab with one of my brothers right there. Okay. So that's like a collab tape, that was the last one, which was good. I think the last project would have been for me solo was
okay.
It's called Izanamis Revenge. So I like I like that.
Yep, I got that.
You wrote that one down.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the one that was it wasn't the last tape that was just dropped, but that's my last solo one that came out that
by yourself.
Yeah, and that one I put a lot of a lot of effort into that one. I really like that one that came out. I feel like that one had a lot of songs I loved on that one.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's tell people about that one since you brought it up. I did have it down here, but give us a little history of the creative process of creating that.
So first, it started with really the name. Like I like a lot of Oriental Asian culture a lot. You know, listen, I love my anime. Shout out my anime people. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of always like to have a story behind, you know, everything always has a story, even if it doesn't seem like it do. Every song, even the song I'll probably talk about later on with Inuyasha, but they all got a story to it. Izanami's Revenge, like Izanami is an old Japanese folklore, and it was almost kind of like finding the dead and like letting go of some bad energy and being reborn. You know what I'm saying? So it was almost kind of like me being reborn in a way. Okay. And it was almost like her revenge because she got treated real bad by the ones that loved her, and the one that loved her, he left her. You know, he left her like in a cave. She died, and she was reborn. And when he seen her, she wasn't as beautiful as she used to be, and her lover left, and that made her so upset. You know, and that kind of made me feel like at that point in time, there was people that, you know, maybe I thought that, you know, loved me or that I loved that might have turned their back on me or kind of, you know, did funny business, you know, and it was almost like trying to ignore that energy and move on what I wanted to do and then put my energy into this project. You know what? This is my revenge. Y'all made me feel like this. My revenge is I'm going to go and put my heart into these tracks and go put, you know, everything I want into those tracks.
Got you.
That was kind of the story and creation behind it. And then that tape is a lot of different vibes, different energy. It's a lot of little melodic. I got the first song on there that's real I want to say like Tupac, DMX type vibe. That's like my favorite artists right there. So it's a little more like real
DMX
vibe.
Is your favorite artist?
Yeah,
you said?
DMX and Tupac. That's my
and
two
Tupac.
favorite artists right there. For the older generation, those two, that's what I grew up with, man. My pops loved them too. So I had to, you know what I mean? I had to love them, you know, but I love both of them. The way their energy, the way things they talk about. So that vibe is called the first song MSP, and it's Money, Sex, and Power. That's like I said what the world revolves around, you know, right now. You know, money, sex, and power. That's it.
Right. That's true. You know what we was just talking about. You know we gonna talk about it though.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
like,
right
so yeah, it was like it's a good. I like that project because I feel like it's a lot of different vibes of EK. That you get to feel, and then it's kind of like, you know, I have a lot of music out there that is not just for one group. It's kind of for everybody, you know. I want to kind of touch on multiple aspects while still staying true to myself. Like how I wanted to say, you know, like stay true to yourself. You know, don't leave your craft for the trend or what's popping right now.
All right, so let's talk about Chomp Chomp.
Oh man!
Okay, because I see that's taking off too. Okay, and look, you got to give us the creative process behind that.
So man, Chomp. I'm not gonna lie, Chomp Chomp is funny. Even just the whole name and premise of it.
Tell you know you gotta tell us what it is.
Yeah, so that beat. I was with my man's, shout out my man's, a whole lot of Benji's, one of my engineers, and also a great artist, and then my brother, King Dior, and we're in the studio, and then I had put that. I'm like, yo, I got a few beats I found. Let's listen to the one, and we listened to the one. I'm about to record. And they was also like, yo, we like this. It's like a little calm, like I don't even know how to explain it, but they was like, yo, I feel like I'm in Dubai when I'm listening to this, you know? So we start fucking around being, you know, just doing stupid. I was like, yeah, I'm like, you know, in Dubai with the pen, the pool. I'm like little alligator next to you, pet alligator. And then when they start laughing, they're like, what you call him? I'm like, my son Chomp Chomp on the side, you feel me? And then that's how the whole intro started. And then that's how they was like, yo, that's hard. So that's why I started out with Chomp Chomp on the side, you feel me? And it's supposed to be like, I was just joking. And then when I went, the whole premise was that little like the pink, I don't even know what to call it. Not a doll, but that little.
Because I was going to ask. I was like, what? Because I don't know what it was. Yeah. And I was like, I got to find out where he get here, what this is.
That's my little Chomp Chomp right there.
I'm like, yo, we definitely gonna put it on the screen.
Yeah, you gonna see my little Chomp Chomp. You gonna see it, man. Shout out Chomp Chomp. Get him trending, man. That's my little baby boy. My little baby boy.
Man.
Yeah.
But you know, go ahead. No.
I'm sorry. No, that was just funny because I told them like after because I didn't have a name for the track when I first. Every time it's so funny when the like engineer asks you, all right, before we start, what you naming this track? And I'd be like, shit. So we first started, I was like, yo, just name it shit. Like, I don't know what I'm going to name it from now on, so just name it that. I'll just name it that. So we named it that. And as they thinking of the name, they're like, what are we going to call it? I don't understand you. I was like, no, we're going to call it Chomp Chomp. I'm like, and I'm going to get, that's going to be the whole theme, the prop. I'm going to get a prop. I'm going to go find something that feels Chomp Chomp to me, you know? Like, so I seen that, found that little toy, you know, and that was it. I was like, yeah, this is Chomp Chomp. That's my son right here.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, since you're saying that, let me point something out because we were talking about that earlier. I noticed with your generation, obviously, your generation is my daughter's generation, right? And stuff. So, and a little bit my son, but my son is a little bit younger. But we were talking about a vibe, right? Yeah. So it's about a vibe. And at first, I was not with it. Right, with the younger generation, I was like, "No, what are they doing?" And But then when I started listening, I'm like, "Well, it's kind of making me move." What's going on?
Like when you sit in the club, you don't want to listen, but you in the back, like, I'm like, "What?" Like, damn, this shit hitting though.
I'm trying to stop it from happening, but I'm like, it is a vibe, though. I feel a vibe. So when I hear you say you came up with Chomp Chomp and how you went into the studio and how you was like, you know, just call it that. You came in. But you didn't have it all planned out. You just was feeling it as you went along, right? Yeah. So is that how you approach all of your creative material?
Not all of it, and I won't lie. Honestly, for me, I don't want to say that's more of a recent thing because there's been some other songs that I've had in the past that might have came from the vibe. But I would say from the past like 2 years, most of the time I'll go to the studio. I at least know the beat that I have. Even if I don't have a full written, I'll have a chorus written or a hook, you know, like something written. But recently, I think I've just been trying to tap into a different side of me. And I've learned that, like, sometimes it's better to go with no plan. And it sounds kind of crazy after they say that, like, you know, because people are like, you should go with something or some idea, you know, at least maybe a beat. I might have a beat chosen. Sometimes I might not even have a beat chosen. But I feel like more of my creativity comes out when I just go and just feel, like you said, the vibe. The vibe of the room that day, the vibe outside that day. Like, you know, I could wake up that day and just feel like, you know what, I want to record, like, I want to sing today. Like, let me go and just see if I find a beat I want to sing to and be melodic. And some days I might wake up and I might be a little aggressive. I want to get a little drilly on the track. Like, you know, it is the vibe, though. I think it doesn't feel like it puts me in a box because, yeah, I love to write. I love to write my music. I love to have everything planned out. But I started to realize that sometimes I feel like I get more out, and sometimes I think I say things and that comes out that maybe I wasn't thinking about. My mind was blocking. Maybe I don't want to say it. But when I feel it in that vibe, boom, now it comes out, and then it sounds nice. It sounds better than I even thought. I mean, I probably didn't think I would even say that. You know?
Right.
I like going now without a necessary plan for certain things. You can't always do that, but for a lot of the new tracks I've been doing, it's been that going out, feel the vibe out, see how everything goes.
Okay, you know, I personally think that. Well, at first, I always thought it had to be totally planned, but then I think I forgot as time went on because we used to do that growing up. Everybody that's how freestyling came about, right? Yep. You understand what I'm saying? So then, but now it became like, what is going on? It's just they're not really being creative, but you are being creative because you're feeling the music and letting your creativity come out at that moment, which helped you feel it more. See, I understand that more now, but at first, like, I didn't get it. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, what's going on here? I was just like,
because it sounds crazy. Like, how you gonna go to the studio and not have a plan?
Right.
What you gonna do? Like,
yes, when we did an album, Family Business, and sometimes when it feels forced, it doesn't feel fun.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Now you don't feel it, and you can hear it because it sounds like too well put together. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying too hard.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, you doing a little too much. You trying too hard. Yeah, I know you was in there. Like you say, it sounded like you wasn't even having fun with this record.
Right. But when you just go and you have fun, and that's what I respect about your generation.
I'm gonna hit my little damp real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead. Do you know
I mean? Look, that's that energy coming out, y'all.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? You better let them know. Dab it. What your homeboy say? The GM. He said you got to dab. He said don't
shout out to the GM. Look, I learned from you, brother. I learned from you. Look, hold on. You feel me?
Okay.
But
yeah.
As
So
you said, no, I do agree with you. Like it took me a little bit to learn that. Like, and I want to shout out one of my other brothers. His name is FRXNZO, and he's the youngest in our group. And all he does is freestyle. And Dior too. But all they do is freestyle. They don't write nothing.
wow.
And I used to have to like give them their credit because I was like, yo, I can't. Not to say I can't do that, but it wasn't my thing. You know, I like to write everything, have it all written out. And then it's funny because then they used to be like, well, you kind of teach me how to write and set things up and do things. So we all kind of taught from each other. Because I was like, yo, you know what? If you could do that, we all could do that. Like, there's definitely a way for me to just go to the studio, hear a beat, and then just come, you know. Sometimes you how do I say it? Like, box yourself in, you know. You got to have that confidence. I think I didn't have that confidence at first a few years ago. Now I know, like, I got the confidence. Like, yo, go out there, speak what you want to speak. You know?
Right.
If they don't like that certain track or what I said on that track, that's okay. Like, you know, maybe somebody else will.
There's always a lane.
Like yeah, you know.
There you go.
That's it.
Listen, you always got to find your target audience. You're not going to be able to please everybody.
No,
okay,
never,
you're not.
Never.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you this: and I know you say you're right, but let's say for people who feel like, okay, well, it's always a vibe with me, then how do you build up your writing skills?
I would say you gotta take time to. I feel like you shouldn't freestyle every single song should not be freestyle because even though you bring a vibe, you might have different things that come out. Sometimes you gotta, you know. I feel like all of us, when we listen to any type of artist, we like to hear real stuff about them, you know, whether it's their life, stuff they went through, whether, you know, and I feel like sometimes you can't get all of that out if you just freestyling.
Right.
You know?
Right,
so when you really sit down by yourself, whether it's by yourself, you with people, you with a whole group, when you really sit down and write and take the time to think about what you're saying and making sure everything lines up, you know, that's when the story comes out. That's when a lot of certain songs I have, you know, it's kind of lined as a story. Certain songs you could tell people freestyle because it's all over the place, you know, and it's kind of like how Arbon was saying, which I get it, you know, music nowadays sometimes is a vibe because some people can be in the stew, you know, I don't want to say spitting nonsense, you know, because they probably have a reason why they said it, but it's kind of jumbled. It's all over the place, you know. It's not really technically a story, but they're vibing, you know.
Right.
But sometimes you want to hear that straight story. That's what I miss about old rap. You know, old rap was always a story. Like,
right,
you know
right,
I mean?
right.
Like,
the OGs, the OGs.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, all of them. You know, like we said, people talking about Pete Rock, Nas, KRS-One, and then one of my other side favorites is Slick Rick. Like, you know, Slick Rick was nothing but stories. Like, you know, like you sit there. You bumping and you enjoying it, but you like imagine everything going on, you know, and it's like it's cool. It's like a movie for you, like in your head, you know.
They know how to paint a picture. Yes.
And I do think to be able to paint that picture, sometimes you got to sit and write it all down. You're not gonna get it in a freestyle session. You're not gonna get it by just sitting there trying to vibe with the track. You know, you gotta have it all written out, seen it. You know. So
right.
I think to master your pen skills, you just got it's practice. It's like a sport.
Practice, absolutely.
Keep doing it.
Absolutely. So you mentioned a lot of icons in hip hop, you know, and some of my favorites who also influenced me to write and rap. When you think about the OGs in the game, the pioneers and the legends in hip hop, and you look at your generation, talk to me about. How do you feel the gap has, I guess, widened? That's not even the way I want to ask it. Let me reframe that. Hold on. Go ahead.
I like the question though. I like this question.
So okay, you got the OGs and you got the newcomers coming up. I'm gonna call y'all the new artists, right? Yeah. Y'all the new artists. Y'all the younger generation, right? So when the OGs had a different way on doing things, y'all have a different way. How do y'all combine and come together? Because there's a major gap. Yeah. There's a gap. I want to hear from your perspective. The younger rappers coming up, how do you feel about the older rappers in the game? Because a lot of them don't respect them. A lot of the younger rappers don't respect the OGs. Yeah. I want your point on that.
I don't want to ever say anything's impossible. You know, that bridge should be able to get closed. But sometimes, and look, there's no offense to anybody older, you know, watching this, but sometimes older people be stuck in their ways a little bit, you know. My parents too, you know.
They don't talk about us.
You know what I'm saying? They're stuck in their ways, you know. But I feel like we should be able to bridge that gap, but sometimes it's hard, and sometimes even with the younger generation, we hard-headed. We don't want to listen. We think we know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like we think, oh, y'all had y'all time. Y'all not doing it like how we doing it. Meanwhile, like how we was talking before. I'm like, if it wasn't for the OGs, we wouldn't be here.
Right,
we wouldn't have had a blueprint of what to do, it all started somewhere, So I think it has to all start with a mutual respect, older music, whether y'all like it or not, or them, like people listening or watching, that's the beginning of everything, and you gotta at least respect it. You don't have to like it, but at least respect it, And then for the new generation, it's the same thing. Older heads, everything is evolution. Everything's not gonna be the same, The way they rapped 30, 40 years ago is not how we rap now, But it's not to say that one is better than the other. That's where I feel like the bridge comes into the gap comes in. It's more about everybody wants to be on top. Oh, your music was trash. Our music better. And the older heads want to be like, y'all music, y'all not talking about nothing. You BSing. Like,
we said it. Yeah. We said it. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, look, I be catching myself now because I be thinking like, where am I at now? Because I be listening to some new artists like yo, what is this, bro?
Yo,
I be listening to some of the tracks like 10 seconds and turn it off.
Let me tell you something. My son, 17, right? I think it was Pop Smoke. I don't remember who it was. And this was a few years ago. He was like, "Man, that's old." And I'm like, hold up. What are you talking?
Pop Smoke already old, man.
I'm like, yo. And then I forgot who else came out after him. And I'm saying to myself, I said, wait a minute. How are y'all saying that these artists are old? Like, we are forever. Like, I'm going to call her, I know people don't like using it, but I'm going to say we're fans of people's music. We shouldn't have to feel a certain type of way to say that. Yeah. Like, oh, I'm a fan, that makes me a corny.
You understand?
Like, no,
they try to make you feel bad for saying
yes,
that.
Yes, we are forever fans. Word, yes. We're forever fans of artists that we like. So they never go out of style to us. You understand? Exactly. So it's like, I don't understand how people like say, oh, it's over now. Why
is it got to end? Like, the same way. My thing is too with that, type of argument. Pop Smoke still get played in the club to this day.
Okay.
Usher, Chris Brown, all of them still get played in the club to this day. Old tracks, new, you know what I'm saying? You're never dead. Like you said, if you a real fan, you always gonna listen to them no matter what. I know there's artists that I listen to, to this day now, even if it is older, a few years from ago, but it's DMX. Like we were talking about DMX. I always bump DMX.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To this day, maybe I'm not listening to him every day, but it's still there. It doesn't mean it's old out the way. I think it's everything nowadays is too quick to move on to the next thing.
It is.
It's very and that's how you get caught up in that. Like, Pop only been dead for 4 years now, right? 4 or 5? No, huh? Yeah, 3-4 years now, but it's already on to the,
on to the next.
On to the next one. Boom, who's coming up now? Who,
right.
We didn't even really give him a whole decade to really, phase out, and people already want to just buy. And that's like one example, we were talking about Pop, but I feel there's other ones too. One example for me is Juice WRLD. I don't know if you guys like Juice WRLD, but that was a sad one for me too when Juice WRLD died. I like Juice WRLD a lot. I want to say he was one of my favorite artists, but he's up there for me. Mm-hmm. Same thing though. Like, a lot of people even admitted, they were like, yeah, after he died, like about a year or two, I kind of stopped bumping him. I just kind of put him away. And it's kind of like, why though? Like, what, what I mean? Why, like, just give up on that so quick, And that, I think it's just a trend. Who's the next? Who's gonna be the next Juice WRLD now?
But that's a problem. That's a problem in our culture that we have to stop.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It is.
And I don't know how we will go about doing that. I would like to see what people's answers is to that question, because that trend wave right now is bad.
Oh,
a trend comes on, you got a month, 2 months, then next trend, boom,
Yes.
And it's too quick. It's too quick for me. And I'm still a young one too. I'll be like, yo, can we slow down real quick?
Yeah.
I just got this trend. I just got she was a fairy. Now it's over.
Oh my God. Listen, in 2.5 seconds it's gonna be over.
It's gonna be over.
Okay?
Like I said, it's gone. It's gone. They're gonna be looking at me like, man, you old, man. What you mean? She was a fairy. That's old. That was 2 weeks ago, bro.
2 weeks, yes. That's what I said to my son. I was like, damn, what is it? Oh, that was last minute, Ma. That was last minute. Yeah. Ain't nobody listening to that. It's been 30 seconds. We on to the next.
Like, the next song.
I'm like, what is going on?
I just dropped Chomp Chomp. They already said that shit over with. Come on, next song.
What in the hell, man? But you brought up Juice WRLD. So again, and I want to say this because obviously we're different generations, and I want to just understand where your generation is coming from. A lot of young artists' lives are being taken, and for us, we're like, damn, is it the music? Because we feel that it is. Talk to me about how you view things as far as the music, the content, the message that's out there. Do you think that play a part on a lot of the deaths with the younger rappers? And what do you think should change, if you think it should be a change?
Okay, I got like two parts I want to answer. And I like that. I like that question. So first, I want to say, all right. So answering about is it the music? I'm going to go back to English class. She said, when they said don't be on the fence. But okay. I'm going to say, honestly, I think yes. And as, I can even speak for myself, and I'm kind of evolving out of my, the drill rap phase and all that phase. But even I have songs and things, where I'm talking about violence and stuff like that, and I also have to try to take the time to sometimes realize, too, that, what energy am I putting out for everybody to listen to? We might like it. We might, people might, even the young kids might think it's cool, but then you got to think of, they think that's cool. You put it out there for them, but now they want to go and do that in real life. They want to go to drill. They want to go with their mans and go run down and fight people. They want to go and do all this.
Right.
Sometimes I think what hurts, though, is when you, like that, with the violent rap and stuff like that, it's kind of like almost a therapy, because when you're talking about it or you getting that aggression and anger out, it's like you talking about your life, what you've been through, what you've seen, maybe, things that you've seen personally or someone that went through.
Right.
But I do think, as much as I used to honestly be like, yo, this, it's just music. Like, I'm not personally giving you the gun and telling you to go out there and go violate somebody. But at the same time, I feel like the past few years, the way these young kids act now, and I'm still younger too, but the way the younger ones than me, it's a little wild. Like, I know even back in the day, people were a little wild, things got crazy, people died, but these young kids don't care about no life.
They don't. It's scary.
Yeah.
And it's like
15, 16, 17 years
they
old.
They shouldn't be dying at that age.
You know what I mean? And I think it is the music, and I'm not gonna lie. And that's not to say that I'm not trying to come and be like, oh, like the drill bad, don't be making a drill. People are gonna make the music they make. You know what I mean? That's what I said. That's people's lives, and they gotta get they life and their energy out. About how they feel about what's going on, what they go through.
Right.
But there's a reason why, for me, I think the certain labels and stuff push this, on our community, and there's a reason why a lot of drill. I mean, if we want to look at the past 4 years with the New York City drill, basically all those dudes, all those guys got locked up or got killed. And it was almost like the labels was boom. At one point, it seemed like they was all gang label deals. Boom, 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 boom.
They got insurance on them, right?
You know what I'm saying? See? So it was like, it wasn't quite, when me and my friend, we talk about this in our group, 647, it was like, be aware, like,
good.
Because dudes just getting label deals and then 2 months later getting locked up for 30, 40 years.
Right.
Or you getting a label deal and then you getting killed, and they just making the money off you. All these owners, label owners, they just making the money real quick. And I feel like that was a way to just, let's start getting, make them all fight, increase the gang violence, make them all fight, kill each other, and then we're going to wipe them all away because we're going to start arresting y'all. Okay, yeah, you killed him, but now we're going to arrest you. Now y'all both gone. And your career's both over.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I feel like it is the music, it's going to be rough to change that, because right now that's a big phase. Right now the drill phase is still here. I feel like it's phasing out a little bit though. Like, I feel like we're near the end of it, but it's... it definitely influences these kids, man, and it's bad. We got to watch what we're doing, and that's why I'm trying to get back to my melodic phase. I'm trying to get back to my calmer phase of, I feel like I went through my little phase of being wilding out, want to rap about wilding out, but then it's like,
we all have been there.
Yeah, but you got to evolve,
Exactly.
And what was your second part of the question, too? I'm sorry. What was the other thing you asked me?
Oh, now I didn't forgot. Okay. No, wait. You sure you didn't answer it?
Yeah, I might have. We're gonna look back. We'll come back to that. But I like that question a lot because it's hard. People be asking me. And as I said, it's hard for me to say because I've made a lot of drill music before, but. The influence, man, these kids is wilding now. They said their YNs is bugging.
Let me ask you this. And you know what? That's funny because we just was talking about that YNs. But why did they even check? Yeah, because y'all don't want to know what I took YN's ass as the acronym.
What would you
take? Young niggas.
Yeah. That's really.
Oh, it is.
That's really what it is.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I thought I seen something else. I was like, oh no, I swear I read something else, and
Watch
I was
out
like,
for
I thought it
those
was
young
young
niggas.
niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? But see,
That's the YN.
Oh,
Look,
Jesus, somebody help.
They told me on Twitter, right? I seen the post. They said YNs is from. They was saying like some bullshit, 12 to like 18 or something, like 12 to 20, and then they was like 21 to like 28 is we the big bros. So I'm big bro.
The big
so
bros.
I'm
Are you the big bro
I'm
now?
big bro now. You know what I'm saying? I got one more year left, and then
one more year for the YN or one for the big bro?
One more year left of big bro, and then I think I'm not trying to go there. I'm not ready for that one. I'm tight. Right? I'm not ready for that shit. I'm like, yo, stop, bro. Come on. Extend the age. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Can I live?
Like,
I'm holding on to youth right now.
Yeah,
Stop playing.
I'm like, one more year, I'm holding on to the leg like this. I'm a big bro. Like, yo, that shit made me laugh though, man. That shit, something like that funny, man. It made me laugh. 'Cause I like when our community do shit like that. You know, we funny as hell for shit like that, man.
That's a good one. Okay. Being someone who created drill music, doing drill, rapping drill, all of that, I want to ask you this. I rapped on a drill beat. You know, I'm an OG, so it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? But what I did was I said, I'm going to rap on the drill beat, but I'm going to have a positive message on it. You understand? Yeah. So, but I want to know from you, doing the drill, right? Did you feel any different? Because a lot of times, you know, we say that the drill music, the frequencies, you know the difference in the frequencies, what it can do to you.
Yep.
Talk to me about how it made you feel. Be honest with us. Please tell us. Does it do something to you?
Yeah, it does. It definitely does. When you making the drill music, I mean, especially around that time too, it's a lot of, for me, it was like getting out anger and aggression. Without having to go outside and really have to do that. You know what I mean? Like with that. So it felt good. I'm not going to lie. It felt nice to be in there rapping. You know, maybe there was somebody I just dealt with that I wanted to go and beat up and fight. You know what? I'm going to get my energy on this on the track. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about all this shit on the track. Like what we're going to do. But it does feel nice to get that out and let it kind of free, you know, and then be like, get my energy out, you know, I like this, and then you kind of got, that's why I think that drill has all that, it's so much energy in it, so much like power and passion into it, you know, but like when I listen to it now, I don't have the same feelings, like I don't go into there, like I said, I guess it was just the time period of it, you know, I was a little more angry, I was a little more mad at certain things, and then going through certain things, and now listen, I've listened to drill for years now, you know, so I'm always gonna love drill, I'll always love that type of music, and the storytelling that they do, because it's still storytelling, even if it is a little bit of violent storytelling, we still have, I mean, DMX, one of my favorite artists, he's a very violent storyteller.
Yeah,
you know
that's very true.
You know,
people be forgetting, our generation, I love us, but we can be very hypocritical to not understanding that it might have been different type of sound, but sometimes the message could have been the same, but just said a different way.
Yep, exactly, just a different beats, different way of saying it, but it same type message, you know, and sometimes I feel like that was also the influences of, you know, me able to kind of get that out and then let it out on the track. But I don't want to say, like I said, it wasn't a bad feeling, but it's more of a I don't want to say a mix, because I'm never in the track feeling bad, because when we make the music, you know, it's never like bad intentions for me personally. I don't, you know, I'm not anybody out here though dissing and beefing with a lot of people, like to where I'm like making a diss song that I want to see you next week and link up. So to me, when we made the track, it was more of the drill vibe of the vibe of it. You know, we out there, we dancing around, you know, everybody having fun with it. So it's nice, but I just don't have that same feeling now. Like when I make music, I'm on a little bit of a different, I'm kind of going back to old me, honestly, in a way. When I first started making music, I was singing a lot. When I first started making music, I was going through a little breakup, so I was in my bag.
You said she gonna hear about it.
I was on my X and that songs, like, you know, like, so it's funny though, because then like, it's like, that's why when we talk about the evolution, I like to even, I take a look back at my old music and older stuff, and it's funny to see where I came from and how it went, because I started out singing a lot, then I guess maybe I was mad at how she was on my ex, but I was happy but mad. But I was like, yo, let's keep going. But like, you know what I'm saying? Happy but mad. You know, like, F the haters. You know, fuck all y'all.
Well, you know, music is I call it freedom of expression.
Yeah.
You got to get things out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that's why I like music so much, is that there's no I had this talk with my friends, and there's no right or wrong way to do anything. That's why I like music. Obviously, there's always a template. Like, even when you make a track, you know, hook, verse, you know, that's how you...
Right.
You don't gotta follow that. It's music.
You don't. You know,
do.
I had an old friend that told me that. Big shout out to CX. He said, because I would hit him up. Like, he to me, I used to compare him to Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. He has his own style, so, you know, but I always compared him because to me, he sounded like him. Mm-hmm. But I was telling him, hey, do you think I should? And can I say it like this? And he was like, Miz, you can say it however you want to say it. Yep. Nobody could ever tell you how to express yourself. Yep. You know what I mean? And I think we have to remember that all generations, the younger and the older, you know, like, this is people being creative. Yep. You know, and that, yes, absolutely.
It's the same way, like, sometimes people forget, you know, I think we forget that music is an art, you know, yes. and it's the same way, like, you wouldn't walk up to Picasso and be like, nah, don't paint that shit like that, bro. Like, come on. Like, you know, or nah, that tree not supposed to be there, bro. Like, come on, move it over here. You know, like, the same way you edit a video, you're not sitting there telling a dude, nah, you know, like, it's all an art, it's all a free form, you know. Yeah, there's the right way to technically do everything in life, you know. But with music, it's nice because you don't got to follow, you don't got to box yourself in. And I feel like, me personally, I started to realize that some of the artists that really, really pop and make it far, they didn't stay in that box. They do sound different. They do, you know, you can't just be wanting to jump on the trend and try to sound like the next dude, because it's not going to last, you know? And usually by the time you jump on the trend, it's over already.
It's over, right?
Like
and you're never true to yourself, and you don't have real loyal fans because they never know what to expect or who. It's like,
exactly. What is this?
You know, like, yeah, you probably gain some fans. You know what it's like? It's like social media where people, they just post anything that they think is trending, but they think, oh, my numbers is up, but they're not there for you. They're just there for what you're posting about. You need loyal fans.
That's going to be there whenever you drop. That's what every show, it don't matter if it's 2 hours away, 30 minutes away, that's going to show up. They bumping all your streams, exactly. Because some people, they going on that hashtag. They found your shit because a hashtag. Oh, okay, that's it, boom, like, and then they scrolled on.
Okay.
You know, they didn't even do nothing. It's true. And that's why, like you say, you got to stick to that craft, stick to yourself. No matter, I've been having to tell myself that, like, don't try to switch up too much, you know? And it's sometimes it's hard because you feel like, damn, should I be doing this way? Like, I see what they're doing. Should I be doing that? You know, it's hard, especially with social media right now. So when social media kills, I love, it's the way we just talked about the AI before. I'm 50-50 with social media. I'm 50-50 with AI, all that. Okay,
you got to break it down and tell me why before I even get to I need to understand how you feel about that. Because I use AI. So talk to me about why you're 50-50 with it.
AI, to me, it's first of all, it's amazing. It's great. This is some crazy technology we about to get right now. You know, like, I can't wait to see what it grows into. You know, but I'm a big believer on, like, things that we get. You know, I'm not gonna be like, oh, government and all that. You know, I would just say the higher ups, they probably already had access, or they've been working on this, you know, for who knows how long. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So for me, it's getting a little too scary, though, with how much we could do with AI, because at this point, we're not going to be able to tell what's real, what's not real, unless you literally right there in person. And that's what's scary to me, because there's a lot of things, and I'm not even talking just a music standpoint, I'm talking about political standpoint, I'm talking about going to, you know, you don't know if you watching a video or watching a video, it's actually that person. Like, they did the little AI videos of, like, you know, Will Smith, and then they've done AI videos with, like, a dude doing a whole YouTube video. Like, it was like, it could be like this. And then they're going to put at the end, like, this is all 100% AI. Like, this never happened. And it's like, so that's scary to me.
That is. I agree with you on that.
That's too much. Like,
it is.
At this point, everything going to be fake. And we already are so much on our phones and everything, you know? So at this point, everything going to be scrolling through is not going to be real. Unless you were in there in person, you're not going to know what's real or not. And I don't want to be at that point now. I don't want to be watching it. I already kind of feel like I do that now. Like, what's this really happening?
I'm like that.
Already.
I'm like that.
You know, like, even with things being scripted and stuff, is it scripted? Is it, you know, so it's like weird. I don't know. And like I say, I hate it because it's also so good. Like, what we were just talking about, the videos and stuff. And everything you do with it. And, like, even, like, the people use, what's that? Chat GPT.
Yes,
you know,
I use Chat GPT.
Chat GPT. I'm not gonna lie, it's a finesse.
You shout out to Chat GPT.
Chat GPT, we see you. We love you, baby. But like, yeah, you know, because like that, you know, people is building like careers and businesses off that Chat GPT, asking it questions. What should I do for this? What should I do for that?
Yeah.
Like, and it's giving that's good answers. Like, you know,
yo, you could use it as a therapy counselor or a whole lot. I'd be like, damn, let me call the cat. I don't need you.
Don't worry, we good. Cancel all the sessions.
He be like, you take your ass to counseling. I'm like, no, I got Chat GPT.
Nah, Ray said, no, I'm good. He said, oh, you got Chat GPT, good. I'm gonna go watch the TV. You don't gotta vent. Yo, after work days, right? Don't vent to me. Go talk to Chat. Go talk to Chat over there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Cause like I said, that's why it's so sad though. Cause it's like, damn, should I be like ecstatic and happy, or should I be like scared? Like, you know, like
I ain't gonna lie. I am a little scared. This is probably not the best attitude to have, but I do feel like it's going to eventually be not good for us in the end.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know if I could change it. So I said, I'm gonna get the best out of it that I can get.
Oh yeah,
I'm using everything that I could use. I'm building. I got several businesses, all types of things lined up, just ready to go in case it falls down. And I got backups. Because if y'all shut down all this stuff, I'm gonna have a hard paper copy, baby.
All written, all printed, everything.
Ready to go.
Pictures on it. And it's so it's so true to have that shit ready, because you don't know like when it might go too far. Like you don't know when they're gonna shut it down or they're gonna start putting limitations.
Right.
Listen, y'all hear me say this. I bet, give it a few years. Watch, AI gonna start being on some shit. Oh, you can't use AI subscription. You gotta pay for this. You gotta pay for that. You want video? Watch. I'm saying they're gonna start using that shit. AI is gonna start to become like an everyday thing. Like you said, it's gonna start being every day, you know.
They're using it for everything.
Yeah, it's
doctors, all types of stuff. The surgeries, you know, the plane stuff.
I would say they did. I just read something like that when we mentioned doctors. I was saying they're using AI now to try to help, you know, figure out what was wrong with people and figure out things that they need to do and which best way to work on somebody. And I'm like, damn, like that's good, but yo, listen. AI is AI. It's still a computer. Computers fuck up.
That's a fact.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. People act like that can't happen. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And then you know what you need? A human to fix it. You still need humans.
Still need always. Exactly. Look, we here. We here.
We ain't going nowhere. Look. I think. Shit, I don't know.
Let's ask ChatGPT real quick. Yo.
I don't even want to know that answer. Forget it. Oh my God. All right, so let's go into navigating the music industry. Okay. So as a young artist in today's music scene, what challenges have you faced in establishing your presence?
Oversaturation. Heavily. And trying to stand out in the oversaturation.
Whew. How do you do that? How?
We still trying to figure out. Nah, I think what I do is, though, me personally, that's, I think, still one of my biggest tasks. And I think that's always going to be a task for this is a new generation problem I feel like we have to face. That an old generation didn't have to face as much. There was still a lot of artists back in the day, but it's not the same as today where, you know, you could go on your phone and make music right now. You know, dudes is just waking up out of bed, waking up, boom, making 8 tracks. You know, now they are artists. You know, I think for me, it's really the social media. You know, especially like Instagram. Like that's my biggest thing, and it's trying to figure out the way. Cause I'm not a trend jumper. I don't like to jump on the trends. Sometimes some of them is cool. Like I'm not saying all trends is bad. Some of them is cool as hell. I like them. Right. Maybe we'll do a video like maybe trying to do a trend with something. But I'm not really like a skit person, you know, or making a lot of, which I gotta get better at. I gotta start doing that more, you know. But it's trying to figure out how can I set my own trend or my own wave to separate from everybody else. You know what I mean? Because you got 10 people making the same type of reel and same type of video. I'm not just gonna be the 11th person to do it because now I'm just falling into the whole algorithm of everybody doing it. I think that oversaturation is the hardest thing right now with the music industry because you got 30 people all trying to do the same thing, same type of vibe, same type of flow. You got to figure out how to stand away from that.
You know, You made a really good point, and I think a lot of people face that. And to tell you the truth, it's like that in every industry. It's like that with music. It's like that, I think, with sports.
Yep.
Okay. With acting. Yep, the whole entertainment industry, I believe that it's like that. How I see it is, do something different that no one else is doing and attach that to your music.
Yep. No, I agree.
See, when I started doing the podcast, it was people were doing it, but it wasn't like right now everybody's doing it now, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's a new thing.
It's oversaturated.
Yep, like the streaming and stuff now.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Everything with the streaming and stuff. Yep.
I used to be like, well, okay, when I was doing music, I used to think, well, I'm sharing this and that, so people are listening, but I didn't feel like I was getting the support that I felt I should have got. Mm-hmm. And then, sending it out, and then I'm like, I feel like people are getting tired of it. And when I thought and I looked, I said, everybody's sending their music out. So now even me, I feel like that. I feel like, damn, there's somebody else, they want me to listen to their track.
Somebody else said, go listen to it. And I mean, the word, what makes me feel more mad about that is like, you be like, damn, it's like 10th person to send me something to listen to. But then the thing is, they don't send that to like 1,000 other people on their list, so it doesn't even feel genuine. Like, you didn't even genuinely send it to me. You just click my little name and boom, boom, copy paste. Like, exactly. It's true though. Like, even like you said, with everything now, it's so hard because, like you said, with the podcast, like everybody want to do a podcast.
Everybody doing the podcast.
Everybody you gotta be able to add a different aspect, and like talking about from the ground up, I love this. This whole aspect of everything y'all doing is fire.
Thank you. That's why I said we got to do something slightly different. Yeah, otherwise we're just blending in. And
that's it. And that's how you end up falling. And a lot of people right now, some of these people that kind of will jump ahead of us in a way, because I hate trying to say, because everybody has their own little path they're gonna take. Right. But sometimes you see people jump ahead of you, and I be wondering, like, how did you do that? Like, I feel like we both was at the same spot and he flew ahead, but sometimes they get a little help from people that's already involved. And, this is from the ground up. We doing all this shit from the ground up.
Okay, let them know, baby.
So it takes a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see the sign. Like,
you know what it is.
Yeah, I think that makes it, it takes a little longer to get through and get out and stand out when you don't just have somebody who's just gonna boom, like put you in the limelight and right there.
Absolutely.
But it feels better, I think, coming from the ground up, and then you get to, when you look at this in 5 years, then you're going to see where it's going to be at. You're going to have a whole nother spot. It's going to feel great,
Right. And believe me, we went from one room to the next room to just virtually we were like, you know what, now let's start doing the in-persons. We going to just switch it up, turn this booth into the creators box, get people to sign their name, and make that not just about creators, but a network of door. Oh, such and such is here. Oh, okay. You need a DJ? It's DJ.
Yeah,
you let me know. I'll connect y'all. You understand?
It's a whole lot of ads right there.
Yeah, a network. And we want to get that door full of people, you know? Yep. That's what it's about. Absolutely. How do you balance staying true to your art and your vision while adapting to the industry trends and the expectations?
I want to shout out my peoples for this one, because sometimes I need that help from the outside sometimes, because it's hard, man. That's a big challenge, especially with the way that, like you said, is the industry standard of what they want you to be doing and how they want you to move or act a certain way. And I know for me personally, I don't follow a lot of things by the rules, by the industry standards. You know what I mean? And that's just me.
Please don't. Lord Jesus.
I do not follow a lot of that industry standard rule, So sometimes you catch yourself having like want to how should I say, like fall into that, and like I say, it be the type of thing when you go on social media, you see somebody else popping, you see somebody doing something, I'd be like, damn, like, should I start moving like them? Nah, and I gotta give a shout out to all my brothers, 647, a lot of my other brothers in the music industry and stuff like that, even like today, with Obon, you know what I'm saying? Like, he said it, stick to yourself, and I kind of feel like I had to hear that too. It's always good to get a refresher of that, because you could lose yourself real quick trying to chase the glory, the fame, and we all want that success and that fame, and to be something. I know that's what I want to do. I want to be something. Whether it's making a bunch of millies and doing anything, I just want to be something and make all my peoples happy. But it's good when they remind me, like, yo, don't fall off the path. Stick to EK.
Right.
Yeah, you saw so and so do that. That don't you not them.
Exactly.
And I catch myself saying that to other people too, to young people now, like, because it's so funny now. I'm telling you, I'm big bro.
When I hear you say young people, I'm like, what are they back?
I know, it's so funny. Like,
the babies.
But I got, younger dudes at 17, 18, 19, if I see them in the studio or they see me or they message me on Instagram and stuff or they hit me, and I be having to kind of watch myself. Like, I'm kind of an influence to them, Right. Make me look at shit in a different way. Right. Because then I realized, and that's what they asked me, like, yo, what should I do? I want to do this and that. Like, I like how you do this. I like how you do that. And that's what I always tell them, yo, be you. Like, it don't matter how we said earlier. It don't matter if one person listened to your track. It don't matter if 10,000. Do you like it?
That's it.
If you like it, bro, that's all that matters. And it took me a while to get that. It took me a while to learn that because I was trying to make tracks for people.
Okay, and then I feel not for yourself.
Yeah, and then I feel like once I started I'm in the track recording like what they gonna like, or they gonna like this bar, or they gonna want to hear this. Nah, like scratch all that. Then I finally just started. What do I want to say? Right. What do I want to get off?
How do I feel?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yes,
and then I think that's what really helped me start to elevate a little bit more.
Okay. What you mentioned, the millions, the this, to that. Mm-hmm. Let's say that never happens. Mm-hmm. What does success look like to you? Because it's different for everybody. You could still be very successful and maybe just make a mill, and you could take that mill and you could flip that mill. It doesn't have to be millions and millions and millions, right? What does success look like to you?
Success is my family's eating. That's it. And when I say family, I'm big on family. Like, that's my main thing. Like, my actual family, and then my family is my brothers and my sisters, like my little, shout out, let me shout out my little sis, Docky, Queen Moody. She gonna watch it, she gonna be gas. But I got an older brother. Okay. I'm the younger one, but she's like, if I had a sister, that would be my sister. But all of them, that's my family though. Like, for me, as long as I could do something that they're also proud of, they're happy to see, and I can at least use it to help us in some way, and it could at least help push. Like you said, it don't gotta be a million. Even if it's a 500,000 or something like that, something I can give back and help my family, or it could not even be about the money. Maybe I could end up linking one of my bros with somebody, and then my bro takes off. We all eating, like as long as the family's eating, that's success for me. That's what I came here to do. That's it. You can't always want just because sometimes we get caught up in that, want that fame, that glory, that. But there's a lot that comes with that. Sometimes for me, I look at it and I don't even know if I want to get all the I don't know if I want to get all the way up there. I'm okay with get like here,
Have you seen the people and what they've said when they got up there, how miserable they were and how unhappy and how they wish they never did it and they wish they could take it? So that's why I asked you that question, because sometimes like people will try to make you feel like, oh, you're not this and that because you're not there. But you could be doing way better than the person that's there. But the industry will shine the light more on that, and there's a reason behind it,
and they're trying to catch you up in that, trying to get you in that same trap to fall for it. Oh, look at what they doing. Come on, don't you want to live this life?
Don't do that.
Yep. And then it's just like I said, the rap game is like, I think it's one of the funniest things I feel like that I love that I learned is learning the real truth about it, and it's a lot of smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of facades.
I'm glad you noticed.
Yeah, it's a lot of facades out there.
No, you know why? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, what you gonna say? Say what you gonna say.
No, because I always look to like the younger generation, and I be like, damn, I wonder if they really know that most of this is a lie. Most of the people are lying. Most of their whole image is a lie. Like, they're not real. That's why I respect people who are really living in them truths and being free with it. So it's like, no, we're not going to judge somebody because you don't like that they didn't say it like this. What about the fact that they're just enjoying it? Like, when I watch you and I watch your videos and I see you with GM and all, and I'm like, y'all look like y'all did to having fun. Like, y'all are really vibing out. Yeah, and it's a good feeling. I see that, and I'm actually happy to see that, because at least y'all are having a good time and you're enjoying what you're doing. Genuinely. Not just like, oh, I gotta do this because this is what the gram want to see.
Exactly, like, and that's what a lot of people do. Oh, I gotta pose up for this, act like they're having fun with it, and then go walk off.
Yeah, they're not even happy.
And I feel like you could tell in the, like you say, a lot of people. It's so funny you said that. A lot of people said that in that video. the most recent one still got the juice, and everybody's like, "Yo, you just seem mad happy, like y'all having mad fun with it, like that's good," and they play that. It makes them happy to see that.
Yes, I want to get on. I want to get on the mic. I'm like, what?
Oh, getting on
Yes. I loved it. I loved it.
And it's true though. It's sad because I had to go and like you said, really realize that a lot of this stuff it's a facade, and I think more people are starting to realize that now. And maybe I think the music industry is starting to change because a lot of people don't want to be signed with those labels. They don't want to be handcuffed. Because then you see, oh, you thinking because he in the music video, he driving Bentleys and Rolls and all that. Oh, that's his. He get that shit back right when the video was over.
Yeah, right when it's over. Yeah.
And caught an Uber back to the hotel.
Okay. And now there's somebody out there that don't know the truth thinking, what do I have to do to get there? And they put themselves in positions trying to get that, and it stresses them out, and it makes them depressed. And now they're comparing their life to somebody else's life who's not even real.
That's where my social media hate comes in, man. I love social media to death, but the comparisons we do nowadays, like... Yo, it's so bad because I get caught up sometimes in it. I see a dude my age or that younger. I see a dude 21, 22, driving foreigns, doing this and that. And I'm like, damn, like what? Where did I fuck up? like I made a left turn, you went straight. Damn, like okay, that's what happened. But it's like you said, you have to realize. And I think it's funny because like me and Jim have this talk because obviously one of my things I want to do on Instagram right now is get my following up. Because my followers is not up to where I want at all. Okay. But I've also learned like that, being with him, I still could be in a lot of rooms around a lot of people that people wouldn't even think, So I've seen a lot of things, been around a lot of people where that's what made me really realize, oh yeah, you got 70K or 80K. You just like me. You different. You just got more followers and you just have more content to push and post, But we doing the same thing and we go through the same struggles and everything. And that started making me be like, I met dudes that got 300, 400 followers. Wait, they got way more motion than me,
Listen.
And I had to make me realize like, okay, all this Instagram shit, it's all the facade. You got to appease to the people, make it look like every day is lit. And listen, don't get me wrong. Sometimes every day be lit, and I like that. some weekends and some weeks we be busy and be moving, but it's not like that every day, And that's why people, man, they be posting pictures every day, but it be from one weekend, one party, and they gonna post every day for a week, 2, 3, the same 2 different pictures. It's all the facade, So you got to take it for what it is now, and I had to learn that. I had to take the music industry for what it is. It's not what I thought it was when I was younger, It's not, but I still do love it, and I still want to make a name for myself in the industry too.
I hear that. As long as you know what your purpose is, and you know what you're trying to get out of it. You're not walking into it blindly and with no. Okay, well, what does success look like to you? Okay, if I had this, if I had that, as long as you have a plan, you know what I mean? Because that's so important. And I ask people that a lot. Like, if you don't know what you're doing and what your plan is, how do you know if you reached your goal?
Exactly. Yeah,
you just going and going. You have to know. Yeah, you just don't even know.
Yeah, they just going with it. That's the type of vibe that we don't like.
No. That's that shit we don't like. Okay. For real.
That was good. I really like this a lot.
This is good stuff too. Because you know what? Again, I know, to me, you're still young. So,
I know. No, it's okay. I get it.
You're young to me. You know what I mean?
Because it's so funny. I feel like I'm getting older, but I'm like, I'm still mad young. But then it's like the younger dudes making me feel like I'm mad old, So everybody says like, I be saying stuff like that, like, yo, the younger dudes, I'll be saying like, yeah, and I'll be like, yeah, the younger generation. And my older brother, we're 10 years apart, and my older brother be looking at me, he'd be like, nigga, you are the younger generation. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, what do you mean the younger generation?
Right,
that's you.
Yeah. That's okay. Every time you say that, I'll be like,
You're like, wait a second, like, aren't you? So it's so funny. Like, I catch myself, like, I'm like in that middle phase, which is so weird, because I'm like young, still mad young, and I hate when my friends be feeling like they're so old. I'd be like, yo, we are in our 20s, bro.
Yes, and I say that with my daughter. My son and my daughter is 10 years apart. Mm-hmm. And sometimes he be getting at her. He's 17, she's 27. Mm-hmm. And he be like, oh, so I be asking her certain things, and he be like, she don't know, and I like. But you know what? One of the things at first I wasn't even trying to hear her, but then I started watching, and I said, no. I can learn so much from my kids.
Yeah.
You know, and once I started to open my mind to saying these young kids can teach us something. We don't know every damn thing. No, babe, what you doing? You
we were just chatting.
You stopped it.
No, it's still going.
Oh shit!
Oh
this whole
shit!
Time.
Oh.
You know, we got comfortable. We ain't even know. We was waiting on you.
Yo, we was there. I was just chatting. I have my shades all off and shit.
Okay, yeah.
That's good BTS. That was a little good right there. That was a good combo too, though. Still,
it was. Let me see what we can do with that. Yo, that's crazy.
We was talking about like that because I was like, I be saying younger generation and younger dudes. That's what she was like. You still the young one too.
Yeah. He said the younger generation. I'm like, okay, you are the younger generation, yo. Yeah, I know. I told him how Nasir is with Soraya.
That's why I was saying that because me and my older brother, we're 10 years apart. And
just
so
like that.
It's so funny because like if I talk to my brother about like whenever we talk about any situation like that, I'd be like, I'm like, these young dudes, man, young generation, they be wild and shit. He'd be like, nigga, you are the younger generation. Like, what are you talking about? He's like you are with them.
Right.
And I can't be like, nah, like they a little different. I be like, they're not like we're a little wild, but I don't know. These new ones is wild.
They're on a different type of time. We don't know. It's not. We passed that time.
Yeah,
that minute is over.
Hold on, I be checking like, okay, nah, not for me. I'm off this. Bye. That's funny though. It is so funny.
Yes, it is,
man. I think, man, these 20s is rough. Man. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. My daughter, she complains about that all the time. She's like, it's different for us. She was like, everything's so expensive. Things that we thought that we would have or be able to obtain, it's so harder now. Yeah. So it's like, but you know what I feel is happening? And I'm not saying this is for all people in their 20s, but please, and I'm talking to you and I'm talking to everybody in their 20s, don't allow the world and society to make you forget about how to plan for your future and do things the right way. Don't get too caught up with having to live your best life every day like it's a party and you're going to reach a certain age and wonder where did the planning come from or where did it go, and then you'll really be lost because it's only going to get harder and worse because more responsibility will come your way. So live your life, because you only have one life to live it, but make sure you are responsible and you plan properly so that you don't get left behind, because they're saying by 20, 40, or 50 that the black wealth is going to be zero. And you know why I believe them?
Because the way they're trying to
look at what's going on, and look at what's going on, and look at AI. If AI is replacing people and there's not enough, like, we have to be building things. Do your music, but I'm telling you, do something else too. Do something else. Be
entrepreneur, not just an artist.
Yes,
and that's something I like to do. That's why I'm trying to get into this game, and this is how I have a talk with my like label, our group. I say, listen, all the real successful people in this industry that maybe were artists, 50, Jay-Z, Mr. Combs. but
hey, listen, we can't take away from what he
did.
We ain't talking about the baby oils and the parties. We talking about the business aspect.
The business aspect, all of them, they was all artists at a time. They was all doing their thing at a time. But they knew, and like I told my mans, I would love to still be making music. If I could still be making music and perform at 40, 50, still get a little sturdy, like.
Okay, you better let them know. We still here.
I would still love that. But I'm like, this music is not forever, bro. Like, we got to be realistic. I'm very realistic about a lot of things. This music is not forever.
Right.
Like, it's at a certain point, we're not gonna be just sitting here in the studio and making music all day, and it's gonna be paying bills.
But you can still create. Be a creator. Creative don't stop.
Always create, and that's why don't ever stop that. But I'm like, we have to be able to become a business minded people about this, because we have to be able to. There's gonna be a new generation coming up. There's gonna be people that we could. Okay, you know what? We got the networking. Let's bring them up and teach them the other ways that we did it, and then have a business, and that starts a label, and that starts this. Get into doing videographer. There's so much more in the entertainment industry to do than just music. I feel like nowadays a lot of people just want to be just the artist, and I get that. you want to, focus on your one thing. But for me, I guess I look at it different because I do so much, like hosting events, going to events. I am an artist myself. I try to help a lot of other people grow an artist. I connect people, so I always look at all of it, like the whole aspect of
you as a brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just as an artist.
Not just the artist back. You know what I mean? This is a whole brand right here. Like I told them, our label 647, like this is what I want to be. I want 647 to feed our families. This is going to be our career. Yes, so that we don't got to keep working our jobs or doing everything. This is going to be what we could do. For, look at how I said, look at the successful artists. What did they do? They made business out of it. They're businessmen. You know what I mean? The music will be there, but it's not going to be feeding us forever. So
there you go.
That's the biggest thing. You got to have, like you said, have your options open.
Yes. I'm glad you're thinking on that type of time because, like, some people, I've seen some people who do nothing but music, right? Get a little bit of buzz, think that they made it, start shitting on the people around them, thinking like, oh, I got number, and they think they all that, and then when it don't go to no other level, and they kind of stuck right there, now they humbling themselves. Now you got to be eye to eye with the very people you thought you were looking down on. Yeah, because at the end of the day, this industry, you have to do more than the music. You have to. So I'm glad that you're doing that. So the label, you got all of that. Now y'all have the label. Is it you in partnership with other people? Talk to me about that.
So it's basically it's me and my brothers really, and we all from Middletown, and how it all started was it's like a funny story though. It's called 647.
647.
That's a whole. I'm about to get 647. Look that up. 647 Entertainment.
Look it up.
All everything. Instagram. All that. Run it up. But we already had. I had my own little like group, you know what I mean, and that was Six Mob. That was from some of my other mans from a little bit upstate Jersey, and a few of my bros from Middletown, and then some of my other bros when they was in school, they had their group and it was called Coop 47, and then what we did was we all ended up making music, and we wasn't even all making music at the same time. It all kind of just happened. Like I was kind of I think one of like the last ones actually started making music, but it was funny because we've all been kind of cool, and we kind of just took Coop 47, took my group 6 Mob, and we just combined it 647, and then so that's how we just became. It just became like it's like our little. So it started out. Now it started out with a lot of us. It was like 12, 13 of us. Everybody that want to. It slowly started whittling away. Dudes that didn't want to take it seriously. Dudes that just thought that it was just like, oh yeah, we just here to
just for fun.
Yeah, and we not.
This ain't for play.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like we on man time. Like we trying to really get stuff done. You feel me? Yes. Like so, it's nice though. It's kind of it's just like our little community. From the fact of we do meetings. We meet up. We talk about plans. We talk about not only the music but other ways to get the money. What are we gonna do to be lucrative, to get money to come back in, to get our music to make money? We was throwing money to our own bank. The next big thing for me is doing the full LLC and getting like our own whole credit card and stuff, because I want us to all to be able to put the money in so we can all see it, because we started out with just doing cash, $30, $40
every don't week. Do that. Don't wait. No, when you say cash, I want to make sure that I'm saying don't do that to the right thing and not to the wrong thing.
To giving cash all together like into a pot.
Oh no, do that. Yes.
We did that,
but
I like it. It went good, and there was like stuff that happened, and it was like you can't track the money. So then there was stuff where money wasn't there, or money, and you can't really prove what happened. So I want it all on the bank, and I want to be able to either have one card, or I want to be able to dish all my brand. And like now, right now, 647 is like a like basically 5-6 of us that's like all the time doing our thing. We all make music. It's funny because we're all different type of artists though. Every person at 647 doesn't make the same music. We all make different music, but when we come together, it's fire because the combinations be like, be wild. It's like it's like you doing like when what was that? Remember that song? Quavo, Justin Bieber, Wayne, looking for the one, and you looking for the one.
Yes.
I feel like that was a fire combination to me, because that was like a lot of artists that I was like, oh shit, like I didn't think y'all all been a song,
on
so
one joint.
So it comes out crazy. So that's kind of like how we do it, like you end up having all these different types of vibes and flows, and we're all really a family, so it's cool when we ever in the studio together. It's just all jokes, laugh. We be cutting ass all day on each other, you know what I mean? But it comes out, the music comes out great. So I like that though. But it's good because we look at it as it's not just family. We here to, like I said, we're not here to BS. It's
a business. Right.
Yeah, it's business.
Definitely start that LLC.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's about $250. It's not hard to do. You could go right on there and do it within 30 minutes if it takes that long. And then they send you and then you get your EIN number, which is your employee identification number, which is free. And they send that to you, and you take that and you open up a bank account, your business account, and let all of your money go through that. And then you can apply for a business credit card. Use your credit card. Don't use cash. Okay, I do all of this, everything that I do with business, even everything from the ground up. I use my business credit card, okay, because then you can write these things off. Think about it.
The write-offs.
Yes, listen, look, when you put music out, that's a business write-off. I don't know how do you put your music out?
Distro.
Okay, it costs to do that. Yeah. That's a business write-off. Okay, when you go to these, yes, it is. When you go to these shows. Do you know coming here is a business write-off? You are an artist. When you came here, no, this is the thing.
Crazy,
I'm going to talk to you after this.
Yeah, we're going to have a real talk.
I want to drop the gems, too, for the people that's watching, because here's the thing. You drove here, right?
Yeah.
That's gas. That's a tax write-off. Your phone is part of a tax write-off because you have to use it to talk business. Like, people are missing money and not understanding how to use what they have to bring money back in. Now, you do got to report when you're making an income, but you could claim some losses for the first couple of years without, saying. But what I'm saying is everything down to, I need to get this outfit for my show. You perform. This is on record. Go back and start your business and claim this stuff. If you got to buy an outfit, you need to get your hair done. That's for your performance. That's a tax write-off. Okay, so you're going down the right path with the way that you want to do it. Make that LLC. Make sure it's with the right people. Right people. And it can't. And I'm not trying to push anybody out, but a lot of people sometimes is not that great. Okay, but I'm just saying. You know.
But keep it real. Keep it real, please.
I got to.
Please, I keep it real. And I hope everybody taking notes and listening, because this is some real shit right here. Right?
Listen, it's not good to have a whole bunch of people, because now you got everybody don't have the same goals. People change. People get different when money's involved. Yeah. It's a whole lot of stuff. Yeah. So think about that. Create your business, and then I'm telling you, because here's the thing. That is also, you said, well, what's going to separate me? You said that earlier in this interview, right? What's going to separate me? I'm trying to stand out. It's oversaturated. Mm-hmm. Well, when you start presenting yourself more, and this is what I found worked for me. And I'm going to tell you, not because I'm not trying to push myself as an artist, although I'm going to always be an artist, because I love that, right?
I'm still there. Yeah.
But do you know I got into more doors not pushing myself as an artist, but when I said, hey, I'm here to interview the other artists. Now I'm not paying to get in events.
Yep.
I'm getting it for free.
Yep.
They want me there. They're calling me. I'm not like, oh, can I get it? Or I'm being charged to be here. Like, position yourself differently. Yep. And then, if I rap too. You can check my stuff out if you want. Or you don't have to.
Don't forget. You know don't get twisted. Like, I'm going to interview you, but you know what? I'm going to get in that box right after this.
Yes.
But real shit.
You understand what I'm saying? So,
it's different. You're not just the artist coming here trying to get a like we said, the spotlight or get a little glow. You come in here like, nah, I'm established business woman like that. Boom, like you gonna have to show me a little more respect than that, you know? Than just
because people sometimes they don't respect the artist, and they always want to take advantage of the artist gets the fame and we get the crowd and all of that. But when you're talking business, now people look at you different. Yeah. So now you as a business owner, as a label, as all of the stuff that you say you do as a host. See, all of that is your brand. You know what I mean? So when you tell them that, you tell them, I do all of this. This is my brand. But you check out my music because I'm dope too. You understand what I'm saying? Yo.
I'm trying to figure out that balance too, because some people, it's funny to me because some people like to, and like everybody different, you know, but some people try to say like, don't, split yourself so thin, like they're like focus on one thing, but I feel like why though for me? Why limit? Yeah, you know I don't like that. I wouldn't want to limit myself. Like I said, I might be like how we was talking earlier, running around. I'm doing like 10 different things. Yeah. I'm forgetting to call people. I'm forgetting to do this. I'm all over the place forgetting about stuff. But then it's like, you know, why would I limit myself to only one thing? Like, I get it that, yeah, we should really focus on that. For me right now, the artist is, you know, my big thing I'm focusing on.
Right.
But it doesn't take away from the fact that I could also be the businessman. Oh yeah, I can help promote and make an event, or I can help do this. You know, why engage myself like that?
Yeah, no, you don't have to do that. First of all, everybody knows you got to have multiple streams of income. Exactly. In this economy, in this world, in this society, you think you're going to just live off of one thing? And if that one thing crumbles, what do we have to fall back on? Come on now.
It's only getting more expensive every day. I feel like it's getting more expensive.
It is.
I'm ready to get up out of here. What country I'm going to?
That's what my daughter said. You know what my daughter said? Because she wants to leave the country. She wants to leave the country, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of scared to live somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't know if I can really actually do it. I'll be the type to be like, yeah, I'm out the country, and then get to the airport and be like, honestly. Honestly, like, do they even got Kenleys over there? Like, I don't even know if I don't like the food over there, man. Like, but it's one of my friends. They talking about right now one of the places that's real popular. I don't know if y'all heard of Thailand.
Yes,
and everybody says Thailand right now is like super cheap. It's pretty safe from what I know, but like. That's a big cultural change, you know, to completely go from here to there. That's a lot.
It really is. I'm not ready to go. Okay, I know America, we got our shit, but I'm not ready to go nowhere right now. Okay, because I don't know. First of all, you can't just think you're going up and leave and go somewhere and be living in a whole nother country, not knowing what their laws and rules is like, and end up in jail for spitting on the corner. Exactly. Okay.
And they be mad as hell trying to talk to them. What did I even do?
You don't even know.
You didn't read the law book? Like, fuck. I did not.
Yeah, and they don't care. Look at Chris Brown. I mean, that was different, but he got locked up.
He got
Did he get out?
He got out, but then he got out. But then what about Brittany Griner?
Yes,
Griner.
Yes.
And all she had was the weed pen, I think.
The weed pen, but she was over there for a long time, wasn't she?
Minute.
Oh my God.
And they had her in like the gulag. You know, they had her in like because you know where was she? She was in no, not Germany, Russia. She was over in Russia, and that's.
The crazy part is they invited her over there to play ball.
Yeah. Exactly. See, they don't even care.
You think she just didn't, like, was she just not thinking, or what? Because I could see, like, to me, I could see how that would be a mess up, but I feel like if you're her, like, somebody should let her know, though. She's not just a regular person. Right. So, you think someone set her up?
Oh.
I wondered
so
that
her sexuality, we're going to say it for what it is.
Yeah.
So you believe that they were playing being biased for her sexuality? Being black and her sexuality. Oh, okay. Wow.
I can
see
that's
crazy.
That's crazy. But it's definitely more to that, because to me, it's like how, you know, that's such a random thing. Like, and like you said, not only did you like, it wasn't like a fine or we're gonna lock you away for a date. She was locked up for a minute.
Yeah,
like for a minute. That was sad. Like that's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we released, who was that? The dude that we traded with her. Yeah, and you think that was why to get him out? You know, it was a lot more political. Yeah. It was. She was the easiest way to do that. Go ahead, put that little pen in her bag and let her run through TSA.
Yep. Okay. Wow. So, all right. What is, out of all the songs that you have done, to you, which one is your favorite and why?
Can I say the unreleased? I already got the answer already.
Yeah. Oh, you gonna say unreleased? Absolutely.
Unreleased.
Tell us.
It's gonna be the next one. My next song that's gonna drop. I forgot. I was supposed to look this up before I came out here too. First day of summer is what? June 21st, right?
Is it June 21st?
June 21st. Okay, I wanted to make sure I confirmed that before I said that. You know. But this song, Yasha, that's my favorite song right now by far, easily.
Okay. And why?
Man. It's the story behind it. It's because it's the type of song, and I'm gonna do that in the box too.
Oh, okay, in the creators box.
The creators box, yeah. See, we gonna be in there, yeah. You know, but man, it's my favorite song. So first, I'll start with the title. Inuyasha was one of I like anime. I like anime, watching that and all that. So that was one of the first ones I watched when I was a little kid. Like, you know, mad young, staying up mad late. Like, you know, I was supposed to be in bed. I'm staying up mad late, watching TV. And that one used to come on. I used to always like that one. So Inuyasha, the whole premise of the song, and when y'all hear it, you know, you tell, but it kind of sounds like, and it's so funny because honestly, doing this on this interview is gonna be kind of cool for me because I think only 2 people know about this, GM being one of them. Okay. But I've explained to him the whole background of Inuyasha, and it's not. I talk about like it sounds like a female.
Okay.
Inuyasha is a combination of about like 6 females that I dealt with, being exes and like just like situationships.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what did Jada call it?
Wait, what did she say?
Entanglements?
My entanglements. But yeah, you know, it's a combination of a few females. And to be honest, and I know she's gonna watch this, she's gonna know what I'm talking about. But one of the females, her favorite anime too, because she liked anime, and her favorite anime is Inuyasha. And so that was one of my things, like a sub at her, like, oh yeah, all right, so I made this song, like, and I know you're gonna like it. And then it talks about like what all of them did in a certain way, and it's not like bad things, it was like good things. But you know, you might listen to it and think I'm just talking about one female. It's really about like 6 of them, and it's like a certain ones, you know, like, and you wouldn't know that just listen to it. And I think that's what's cool, is that you would have to like do this, an interview or talk to me and get to know what it's about and why it's that. And to me, that's why I say when people make music, sometimes, you know, you're gonna take it for face value. You might not know why they said all this. You just kind of vibe into it. Okay, that's cool, but maybe he wasn't talking about nothing. And then when I explain it, people are kind of like, oh shit, like, oh,
he deep.
Yeah.
I thought he was just vibing, but he actually like,
yeah, you know. So like, you know, like I'll just spit some lyrics from it. Like one of the ones, like one of my exes, I had went through a thing in court, and she was in court holding me down, testifying. I said that in there. There was one feed that I messed with. And this is all like, you know, it's from different times. It's like before my girlfriend beat me up. No, it was. He
said, "Let me get that.
Let me get that out right because she's gonna be.
This is back in the day.
Back in the day, she's gonna be like, when were the dates? Let me see all this. You feel me? But now, like one of the ones I messed with, she was from Jersey. She had an Audi. She liked to drive fast and fast cars, you know, and that's also she's swerving and all that, you know. The one girl with Inuyasha, you know, with the name of it, and then there's other things that you're gonna hear about in there, and it's like all ode to them. Like, you know what? I made a song for all of y'all. You know what I mean?
Okay, like, so it's for all of them. So it's not for the baddie. that you what you say? That I don't know her name.
I don't know her name.
I might buy her a chain. And she's chasing the fam. I know it.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. That's so funny you said it, because I was like, well, there's the new one. I might hear that one. The new baddie. I'd be like, it's a baddie. I'm in love and I don't know her name. Like, you know, because someone gonna hear that song and give you that look. No, ma'am, I don't know your name. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh God.
What's in that room? Let me find out. But yeah, no, that's Inuyasha easily right now my favorite track. I think that's right now the way everything is rolled out. Like Chomp Chomp came out. Chomp Chomp is kind of introduction, because I haven't honestly released Chomp Chomp's my first release this year for 2025.
Yeah,
I haven't had.
It was in May, right?
Yes,
May 2025. Yeah,
and it's I haven't really got. I went through a few things, a car accident. A lot of things kind of pushed me back a little bit. Okay. And I wasn't able to go outside for a little bit, you know, and so. It stalled me out a little bit, but I was never like fully done. I'm always trying to work on something. But Chomp Chomp was like the revival. Like, EK's still here. Don't worry. Like, we still work. A lot of people were kind of like, what happened? Like, you know, you stopped for a few months, seemed like you was off it. Inuyasha, I'm telling y'all again. I'm gonna say to every camera, you.
He talking to y'all.
So every camera right over here. That's gonna be the song of the summer. I'm telling you.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. When is it dropping?
June 21st.
Oh, June 21st.
That's the first day of summer.
First day of summer.
We starting that summer off right. Like, first off, as soon as you wake up.
Visual?
Oh. Ooh, visual. We gotta, that visual is fire. It's a combination of, which is so funny. I'm sorry to go and speak on that tangent, but with the visual, shout out GM too, because GM been telling me to drop Inuyasha for so long, like, and he after a while was like, because I was such a like trying to be perfectionist. I'm like, nah, like the time gotta be right. You know, I gotta get the. He was like, bro. He used to always be like, yo, bro, shut up, stop. We'd be in the car. He'd be like, yo, bro, shut up. No, drop it next week. And if you know, so I used to be like, all right, bro. So it's funny though. We went to Washington Square Park for a 420 event to go record videos and stuff like that. Okay. And I didn't even go to do Inuyasha, and we ended up making this whole fire vibe. Everybody dancing to my track. Everybody in the back getting lit. All to my track. We ended up recording it that day without me even planning it. And that's how God works. Shit happened for a reason. Like, wow. And we recorded at Washington Square Park, Times Square, and somewhere else. We got another clip, and it's gonna be fire. That's all I can say. Wait for that. June 21st. Make sure y'all tune in for that. It's gonna be different.
Make sure y'all cop that. Go get it. Go stream it.
Yep,
okay, or purchase it, because people be thinking you could just stream. But I mean, listen.
Don't be a little extra.
Look.
Little extra dollar.
Another thing is, I know we all care about these numbers so much, but we don't want to get too caught up in that. A lot of people that's making money, when they build a fan base, they do direct sell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then go on there, and I've been seeing people doing that, and like the pre-order, the $1 little bit, pre-order, have it ready once it drops, and that's what people be saying. Don't forget, like you said, you could buy the music still. Like I know everybody's streaming everything now, but y'all could buy the music. Right. Like that's like even more love. Like, and
educate yourself. If you are gonna focus on streaming, focus on who pays you the most, because people don't know. Like Apple pays more.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they do. Because I stream, and I stream my own stuff too, and I be getting my little checks.
and they be coming, right? And that's like,
and you can look. I don't do Spotify, so I probably got like 2 listeners on Spotify.
It's so funny, like when you say that, because I be looking at my like things. So most of my streams and stuff come from Apple. But I got a few of my mans, especially like shout out my one bro, my brother for real from life, Derek. He live in Florida. That's my brother. He one of my Spotify. Like I know when I go on Spotify, I be seeing like you had like 10 streams like just one day, like to a certain song. I'm like, no, that was Derek. He probably can't run that song. Because I don't have a whole lot of Spotify.
Shout out to Derek. Keep running them.
The GOAT.
Play it back, baby.
Play it back. You the GOAT, man. Love you, brother. For real. It's just so funny because I know, I only got a few people that really do the Spotify. So when I see the numbers, I know I'm like, okay, well, it can only be, it's either randoms or it's like a few from that playlist and stuff,
Right.
But most of my streams come from Apple. I think a lot of people like
good.
Apple the most.
Apple, and believe it or not, what is the other one now? There was a list and it broke down.
Not Tidal. That's
it's Apple, Tidal, YouTube.
YouTube Music.
Yeah,
that's
YouTube,
a big one now. Supposedly, that they're like trying to really push that YouTube music. And was it YouTube Red? I think.
And also just using, use your music. I know a lot of times people post it, but your music is on them platforms, so your music is on Facebook, TikTok. Always use that in the reels, in the stories. That stuff adds. Tell other people. Have a nice plan when you promote.
And also, I like that, Jem, what you said too. I want to tell the people too, to any of the artists also, don't be afraid to reach to other content creators. It don't matter if they're real up or if they're coming up. DM them. I'm a big person just jumping in the DMs. I don't even care. Hey, my name is whatever, EK. I do this. Either listen to my music or, I see you make content. You could make whatever next video you make. You could throw my song in there. Right, I don't care.
Right.
And the worst they could say is that the worst they could do is just not answer. And that's okay. Or they're gonna be like, hey, no. Or they're gonna ask you, I charge this and that. But you just gotta put yourself, like you said, out there for everybody to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got your music on all platforms. Let content creators go and put your music behind their art.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Let's see. We about to end it so you can get in that creator's box.
Let's do it.
Let me just see it. Let me just go through, because some of this stuff, during conversation you answer. It's already there. Yeah, so I'll be like, he said that already. I'm trying not to be so repetitive.
It was good question. It was good conversation.
What legacy do you hope to leave behind in the music industry, and how do you want to impact your listeners?
I would like I want my legacy to be some, like I said, I'm not aiming to be, which I want to aim for the stars, you feel me? Of course. I'm not aiming to be a Drake. I'm not aiming to be that. I just want my legacy to be someone that people could look back on. EK was EK was the genuine energy, like you said, always smile. I'm always smiling.
Right,
Every time I can't help it, I'm always smiling. Like he was the one that brought the energy, no matter what. Whether everybody's sad, everybody mad, everybody whatever, I just want everybody to remember, like, whether I'm on that stage, whether you meet me out just at the club somewhere, whether you meet me just in public or we doing an interview, like, it's always that same energy and love everywhere I go. That's like the legacy I want to leave behind. I just want everybody to always have that good remembrance of me. I don't ever want it to be tarnished in any way,
Right. You have a light. I don't know if you know that.
I appreciate that.
I seen it. It's funny when I born seen it. Like, no, some people have it. Like, I know, like me, I'm like that too. When people be like, oh, and people told me I got the light, I can see when other people have it too. Some people don't. Some people, and I'm not trying to be mean, some people carry darkness.
Yeah.
And you can see it in their face.
Yeah, you can feel it.
right, you carry darkness. That's why I gotta be his light. Right. Okay.
And not to look, you kind of got the light clothes on, Ray got the all dark on.
Oh my God! But not even on that.
It's
but
true,
no,
though,
I ain't talking about just being quiet. I'm talking about darkness in spirit, right? And darkness in spirit.
And my thing is, I know we talk a lot about the funny word now, aura. Like aura is like a like that meme kind of thing now. But people's aura and their energy. I'm big on that energy. Like,
yes,
bad energy can be bad energy can take away your good energy. Like you said, you could be around somebody who has dark energy, and that'll mess you up. You know what I mean? And I've seen that happen with personal experience, with seeing it with my bros, and even with me in past situations. And you got to really get away from that. Everybody, whoever has to deal with that, like, you got to figure it out. It sucks. It's a hard truth, but sometimes it be the ones that you love, or that, whether it's family or friends, sometimes you either got to take a break from them, take a step back, or sometimes you got to cut them.
Right.
Because you got to try to make sure that your aura is clean and pure. You know what I mean? You can't let the bad aura come down, because all people with bad aura want to do is bring you with them.
Mm-hmm. And you know it.
Yeah,
and you know
that's it. They're miserable. Come be miserable with me. We're not trying to do that.
Absolutely not. For real.
I don't know.
So 2 last questions for you.
Let's do it.
What advice do you want to give to the older generation who do not want to accept the new sound and evolution of rap music?
I would like to say, don't
talk to him right in there.
Let me get on my ass tomorrow real quick. I hear me.
That's something to say.
That's what I'm saying,
Okay.
And it's funny though, because you said it before I even said it, and I'm glad you brought the question back, because I'm gonna kind of go with what you said. And I actually talked with my pops about this. I said, because he likes both too. He loves old school, and he loves new rap too. So he likes both.
Okay.
But I tell him too, like, yo, a lot of older dudes, like, that debate, y'all hypocritical. You know what I mean? Hypocritical, and it's like you said, the message or the sound, the beat, everything could have been different, but some of the messages was the same. We glorify Biggie and Pac beefing and how they was fighting, West Coast, East Coast fighting, trying to kill each other. What's the difference from that and then New York City drill now and them fighting and killing each other? Except that it's more visually there for you to see now. You know what I mean? It's not nice now to see it, because now you see young kids doing this, and they were doing the same thing back in the day. I feel like you just couldn't see it so clearly, so that it felt different. But we glorify the same things we did 30, 40 years ago, And at some point, maybe we got to take a step back and look at how the labels is pushing hip-hop. Why do they keep on glorifying and pushing all the violence? Like, why are there no R&B singers now that's popped like that, that's getting pushed so much? Right. Like, I miss the 2000. I mean, listen, like I said, I like my hard rap drill, but I kind of do miss the 2000s. Like, yo, whenever I see an R&B artist now, a dude that sing, or a female would do, but I see that, yo, where's our Ushers, Neos, Chris Browns, even Bieber, like all that. Like, we don't got that no more. Everybody now want to talk about violence, killing niggas, running down in cribs, you know what I mean? Like, but the old heads got to realize, bro, don't be hypocritical, because it was the same thing. And I can go back, Slick Rick, Wu-Tang, KRS, NWA, all of them was all about violence.
Well, I don't know about Slick Rick, though. Not Slick Rick. Not Slick Rick.
Nah, but he talked about his stories when he robbing the female, running down, shooting the cop. Before he got booked, that was a story about him, his life.
Wait, you talking about the one that I be reading?
Children's story.
The children's story? Wait, hold up.
Children's story.
Wait. Yeah. There's violence in it. But it wasn't him though.
Now,
it wasn't him.
Now, when I say that though, it's like it might not be the same violence we're talking about, but he was talking about that.
Still talking about it.
His whole story was sticking people up and how he got booked at the end. He shot at the cops. He was shooting a shootout with the cops. That's all still violence, you know?
I could elaborate this for you being an OG now.
Yeah,
we the OGs. We the OGs, baby. We here though. We here, baby.
Here. Let's go.
Back in the day, when we talked about violence, we were the news reporters for the hood.
Right, news reporters for the hood.
Yep.
The difference now is the kids is talking about violence. They're actually doing it.
Yes.
Let me say something to that. Because let's see, I'll be trying to, but it'd be so good the conversation. Here's the thing, that's our fault. I'm gonna tell you why. At first I was blaming it on y'all. No, I ain't gonna lie. I was blaming y'all. I was like, these young kids. But then I really started looking, and I'm like, it's us. Let me tell you why it's our fault. Because we started saying, you rapping about that and you ain't really about that life. You need to really be about that life. So these kids said, okay, I'm going to rap about it and be about it. Yep. We create this. I'm telling you, we have to do better with what we teach our kids coming up. And yeah, if you want to be the news reporter about what's going on in the hood, because that's what hip hop was about, spreading the news, because they weren't telling our stories. But at the same time, when we started spreading it, we kind of lost our way a little bit and started glorifying things that we were talking about that were hurting us. It became a badge of honor. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we made these kids, I'm sorry, y'all could be mad at me if you want. If we saying, oh, you rapping and you ain't really doing that. Oh, they said, well, I'm going to do it.
Like, wow.
Now they doing it. Now we're like, look at them, they're doing it.
And like to add on to that, like I was also saying, I feel like, back in the day, there's cameras and stuff. Like you said, it was more of you hearing everything through the music. We watching music videos. You seeing in music videos what's going on, but that's it. Nowadays, they outside recording themselves with their grips, with their, they recording everything and speaking on it. And then that's what the crazy thing is that, these dudes don't realize, like, you out here doing, like, do your business. If you got to do your business, but do not go and do your business and then go rap about it on a track and talk about all the details, because the cops are just sitting there on, we're okay.
Hip hop police,
you know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing, they really out here, and these dudes is really out here doing that, but then you out here rapping about it, and that's how it's taking all our and a lot of these dudes be having talent, like they got talent, potential.
And but then they be like, who snitched? You did. In the song.
Did you listen to your own track? Like, did you listen? We ran out on Bobby on 24th Street, and the cops be like, "Oh wait, Bobby did just die on 24th Street."
Right. Ran to the crib, stashed it over here. They're like in the closet. It's over there
in the closet underneath the bed. Okay, yep, there it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these dudes be like doing too much.
We got to do better.
Yeah, we got. You know what I mean? Got to do a little bit better with that, man. But going back to the original, I like that though. How you said with that, there was the hip hop news, and I like that. I just think it definitely evolved in a different way, but my thing is always that it was always still there. You know what I mean? It's always still there, and I feel like that's the biggest thing right now is with between them, OGs like that, with that the music doesn't mean anything, and then with the violence part of it, because I think that's what a lot of things I always hear too. Why I be so violent? I'd be like, you niggas had Tupac and Biggie, and they was fighting to the death, East Coast, West Coast.
Listen, we had that. We got MOP. Like, it's a lot of people that I can name where I know, like, listen, they talking about stuff, and I listen to them with Onyx. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I listen. I know for a fact, and I know somebody was like, that's because you got a weak mind. No, listen, because I said this one time on the show. The thing is, music does do something to you. When certain songs came on, I became very aggressive. Yeah. You understand? And think about it. In the club, if something hard, then guys is like this. They grilling.
Everybody start looking at each other like, what you want?
Energy is shift. Yep. So before this is really the last question, and then I want you to give your social medias, tell people how they can support and follow you. Now, give a message to the younger generation. What would you say to them coming up that they should look out for and what they should be doing?
I think the younger generation, what y'all need to do is, like how we've been saying all day, always be you. Like, don't ever change. And this goes to even, like, listen, if you went through hard times and your passion is, you want to make drill music, make your drill music, you know, but be smart about it. You know what I'm saying? And don't make that your whole character. Nobody making straight drill all the time is getting out. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry to tell y'all that, but it's just a fact, you know? And learn to do more things with that. You know what I mean? People be having potential, but don't stick yourself to just one genre. You know what I mean? Go ahead and try to sing a little bit on the track. Go ahead and try and melodize. Talk to the females. You know, it doesn't all gotta be one thing, but do you, be who you are. It doesn't matter whether it's drill, melodies, R&B, whether you want to sit there with the triangle and do some shit, I don't know, you know, but whatever it is, yo, stick to yourself, though. Don't change for nobody. And the industry, it's all gonna keep evolving and changing. It don't matter where. It don't matter the industry go left, go right, be you. You want to go straight, you want to go left, do what you want to do. That's the biggest thing I can say. Because, like we said, the industry, it's grimy. It's grimy out there. You know, it's grimy. So don't rush to anything that you're not ready for. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit up there that you're not going to expect. And when people get into this business and they really get into into it, you're going to realize it might not be what you want. And you want to just make music, enjoy, feed your family, get your streams, and dip out. And that's good. But just stick to yourself. Don't let nobody change you in this industry. And just always have an open mind and watch everything. That's it. That's
I love that. I love that. Now give your social medias. Tell people how they can support you, where they should follow you, and all that.
Come on now. Y'all know. EK the Prince. Yo, you can follow me though. All platforms, all social media, EK the Prince. And then also I want to give a shout out, like I said, 647 on Instagram, Twitter, all that. We got a Snap page, 647 Entertainment. All that, all platforms, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. You can follow that all. And yeah, I mean, yo, I appreciate all the support, all the love. I appreciate y'all, Lady Miz, Ray, you know, from the ground up, everything, man. You know, all the love and everything coming in. And it's gonna be a good summer. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a great rest of the year. Yeah, but it's gonna be a good summer though. I'm gonna make a lot of people proud, and I hope to really see everybody out them events getting sturdy and getting lit with me too, and dancing and everything, you know?
Yes. All right. So listen, we appreciate you for coming on the show, and we are looking forward to your latest album coming out on June 21st, the first day of summer. Can't wait to see that and the visuals. So make sure y'all stay tapped in with that, and stay tapped in with us. Y'all know it's not over, though. He's going in the creator's box, but I got to end this part of the show. This is from the ground up. There's only one way to go from here, and it ain't over, baby, because we about to move to that creator's box. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Sit, boy.
Like, what do I do? Like, what do I say? Let's get.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Let's get.
Like, what do I do? What do I say? I am in love with a baddie in love, but I don't know her name. I might buy her a chain. Love her head is insane. Tell me, little mama, are you about drama? Are you about fame? Hold on, I'm ahead of the game. EK the Prince, you remember my name. Post up, uptown, taking a route and then beating it down. I'm in love with this bitch, she don't listen. Hard-headed, but I stay on the mission. Missionary, her favorite position. Staring her so hard, she riding my spaceship. She be speeding, flying. Tell her I love her, she know my ass lying. She in court, testifying. Holding me down, she might start up a riot. I be flying in jets, no pilot. Truth at the states, do not hear the sirens. I be stuck in my head like Derulo. Talk on a baby, she acting like Juno. Like what do I do? What do I say? I am in love with a baddie in love, but I don't know her name. I might buy her a chain. Love her head is insane. Tell me, little mama, are you about drama? Are you about fame? Like what do I do? Like what do I say? Like what? I am in love with a baddie in love, but I don't know her name. I might buy her a chain. Love her head is insane. Tell me, little mama, are you about drama? Are you about fame? She think I'm a thot. I keep saying I'm not. Listen, little mama, I'm up. Walk in the spot and I'm making it hot. Say the word, now flock. These niggas keep staring, niggas stare at this knock. Hold on. I'm on timing for you, but you play my heart, I'm gonna break it hard too. And it's through smoking glue, making these bops and you don't got a clue. Then I'm thinking of you, writing these balls, you been hitting shit too. I'm on sick like the flu. Draw the boat like this cruise. But in the end, know what this love is not fake, it's for you. Like what do I do? Hold on. What do I say? I am in love with a baddie in love, but I don't know her name. I might buy her a chain. Love her head is insane. Tell me, little mama, are you about drama or are you about fame? Skate. He could have Prince from the ground up. You know what the fuck going on, man. Come on, I'm 647 rep. Let's get it. We out here. Let's get it. Bah! I gotta be different, man. So I'm...
Yes. So listen, you already know what it is. We got EK the Prince in the building, and he about to sign that creator's box, y'all, because he's a creator. Let him know.
And I'm being different. Look, every time y'all walk into this door, you open the key over there, you gonna see EK. I'll play the door right by that door.
We respect your grind from the 845 to the world we shine. Got stories, bars, beats, and truth. It's a vibe every time. Salute to the youth, generations in the booth, legends in the making. We breaking down walls, no time for the faking. It's that box for the vision, the hustle, the heat.
Okay.
Look, I ain't an artist, I can tell you. I'm not a drawing artist, I'm making music artist.
That's what I'm talking about. They can't get in unless they see you.
Come on now, man. We're right through there. You know what's going on. From the ground up, we love it.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed your time with From the Ground Up Productions. We'll see you next time. Be sure to add our channel and listen to us on all streaming platforms. From the ground up. From the ground up. There's only one way to go from here.